Hey, welcome back to my channel Bloominggraphy. This is Anisha and I got a few requests to make a seascape in gouache. So here is a simple beach scene with few palm trees and sea waves. For the material, I have used 2 jars of water, some Artisa gouache paints, Art Essential watercolor paper in A5 size, 2 brushes, one flat and one angular brush. Also, all the material is listed in the description box below. My setup for today starts with putting a masking tape around the paper to get clean edges for my painting. To start off, I am penciling in where the half line is and drawing a parallel line which is going to be the beach line. Also, few rough arcs for the palm trees on the right side of the paper. Now I will stick a strip of masking tape below the halfway line to separate the sky and water portion. Using a flat brush, I'll take a drop of water and mix it with the ultramarine blue, a pinch of white in my palette. Then I'll start from the top, laying it out in a horizontal manner. While painting with gouache, you want to keep in mind to mix only 1 or 2 droplets of water in your paint because you want to maintain a thick consistency of paint in your brush. Continue laying down this light blue layer till the horizon line. As you go down, you can pick up a little bit of white to vary the tones so as to have a good gradient of blue being painted till the halfway line. I like to add a layer of darker blue on top and then keep blending in where I feel the colors look quite apart. For blending, you can either pick up a drop of water or white gouache in your paintbrush. I suggest the latter as you want to maintain a good consistency of paint in your brush. Now while the sky dries, I've mixed some yellow ochre and skin color and start painting it out on the bottom of the page where the shore is. If you don't have these 2 shades, you can use a mid yellow and mix it with a pinch of brown to get a similar shade. You can now slowly remove the masking tape from the center and stick it above the halfway line. This is just optional so that you get a straight line, but you can skip it too. Then I pick up some ultramarine blue mixed with teal blue or a green color and start laying it out horizontally below the halfway line. This is going to be the sea. After 2 horizontal strokes, you may then pick up only white paint and lay it out in this manner. Don't mix any water, just plain white color and then blend it with the shoreline. Now pick up some white only on the edge of your brush and keep it almost flat on the paper. Just drag it along to make some waves. The thickness of the white may vary and will give it a natural and attractive look. Follow the same process couple of times more. You can also make some sea foam along the shore area in a similar manner. This process is kind of fun because the white tone varies and the flat brush just makes the wave patterns with such ease. Pick up some more white on the edge of your brush and continue the waves. Now you can pick up the smaller flat brush and just pick some leftover blue. It should be a watery mix and just make shadows along the shoreline. Now we want to make some patterns on the shore. For this, I pick up some burnt umber or a brown color and make these curves on the beach. Make them of random shapes and sizes, but make sure that they are horizontal. To vary the color and blend it in the sand, you can pick up a tiny drop of water and blend it in. With gouache, you got to be careful not to use a lot of water. Just 1 or 2 drops should be more than enough. If your brush has a lot of water, just wipe it off on a cloth before applying it on your painting. Now I want to blend it furthermore, so I mix it with some white and apply a layer while blending it in. To add some sparkly effect on the water, you can use a thin round brush and pick up only the blue color and add it in between few waves, very minimal and in a dry brush manner. Add a line of burnt umber. This is just going to be the shadow of the palm tree. Now you can remove the masking tape slowly. If you don't get a perfect line like mine, it's fine. We shall add some light blue to fix that and blend, blend, blend. Finally, using a thin round brush, let's pick up some raw sienna or a light brown color to make the bark of the palm trees. You want to keep in mind that the top will be thin, and as you go down, it will curve to the right side. If you feel like, you can also add a darker brown and blend it out to give it a shadow. Follow the same process for the palm behind it. Now, while we wait for this to dry, let's paint the clouds. Simply pick up some white gouache in your round brush and make some fluffy clouds like this. You can also clean out your brush and just blend it to create a varying tone of the white. Repeat the cloud process, but be careful not to cover the whole sky. Few are enough because you still want the blue of the sky to show through. Now I'm using my angular brush to make the palm tree leaves. I've picked up some light green to start with. If you want, you can also sketch it out with a pencil before starting to paint the leaves directly. You can notice the way I'm changing the angle of the brush and making these leaves. The angularness of this brush allows you to make different shapes and sizes of the leaves, which is just perfect for making palm tree leaves. I can mix some darker shade of green to make the few leaves overlapping the previous ones. You can keep switching between the different tones of green, and if you want to make it darker, you could also mix a little bit of burnt umber or brown. Repeat the similar process with the palm tree in the back. You can also keep changing your tones of green and give it a lighter or a darker effect. Pay attention to how I keep changing the angle of the brush to make different shapes of the branches. Now I want to add some yellowish leaves too. In the same brush, I've picked up some yellow, and only in a few places I will add this. You could also add a yellow to the tip of the brush like we did with the waves and just touch it in some areas like this. It'll give it a very nice look. Finally, a branch peeking out from the right hand side and just overlapping a little bit of the tree trunk. You can further darken the interior portion of the tree where all the branches merge together. Mixing a burnt umber with a blue color, this will give a nice contrast to your tree. Finally, as a last step, you can add a little bit of splatter of the same green color around the tree. And now, slowly and gently peel off the masking tape. And we are ready with our beach painting in gouache. We covered a lot of things here: palm trees, ocean waves, clouds, and a big blue sky. I hope you try it out and see you super soon.